When you really get coaching and enrollment or whatever, you realize you actually get to decide how much money you make. It becomes a choice. Steve Chandler talked about it like turning a tap on or off. So now I get 3 people on a call and 1 or 2 of them turn into clients. It's quite straightforward. So now 10 people have got it. Every 10 people I send it to appropriately with context, I'll get 1 or 2 clients out of it. It's very, very simple. You can start using stuff like this. It's from a place of giving. You are all part of this school. As I've said from the first weekend, we're all peers. We're all changing this industry. We're all powerful coaches. I said this to someone the other day, so I'm going to say this in front of the room to all of you. You don't need to create this, but I'm just going to speak possibility that I absolutely 100% believe is true. And I'm looking around the room and I'm like, yep, that's true. There's not a single person in this room that I don't see could be a 7-figure coach. That means making $1 million, pounds, euros a year. That's not just something I'm saying. I don't see anyone here that I think, oh, they don't have the capability to do that. No one. I'm not saying you should want to make that kind of money. Some people won't. I'm just letting you know that's how I see all of you, genuinely. So just know that's where I'm coming from. Now, as peers, as people who I see are operating at that level, now, when you really get coaching and enrollment or whatever, you realize you actually get to decide how much money you make. It becomes a choice. Steve Chandler talked about it like turning a tap on or off. And I know that sounds crazy to some of you right now. It did to me when he first said that. I'm like, really? It can't? No. It will. Stay on the path, that's what happens. It's just like, how much money do I want to make? Oh, I want to make that much money, then I know I need to Oh, actually, I want to have a bit more time off. I want to do less. All right, you turn the tap down. It's very straightforward. So let's just say you have the ability to turn the tap on and make 7 figures and more. As someone like that, you go out in the world and say, hey, I am part of this group of incredible coaches up here, right? Really the best in the world. And we were on this masterclass. And as a group, we want to really give. It's not about taking. And so one of the things we want to give, and by the way, guess what this applies to? Any piece of content. You can reword it for that. So just hear it from that. So even if this is a no, don't worry about it. Take the learning for something else. You could share that with so many things and say, I'm part of this group. I got this as part of this. So I did this when I did my very first coach training. There was an audio from Jamie Smart called the Clarity Activator. And I got it from being part of the group. And I was like, this is really useful. Other people could be helped by listening to this. So I went to Jamie and I said, Jamie, can I share this? And I'll just tell you how I'm sharing it. We've talked about context in this school. So I don't just want to share it because it was his piece of proprietary content. I said, this is how I'm going to share it. I'm going to tell people, context, hey, I got this audio from being part of this year-long training with Jamie Smart, which I've paid thousands and thousands of pounds for. It's one of the best audios I've heard to introduce people to this thing called the 3 principles. It's great for beginners. If you promise to listen to it, I will share it with you. If it's just going to gather metaphorical dust on your hard drive, then I won't. So if you agree to listen to it, you agree to listen to it with your full attention, not just have it on while you're doing housework or whatever, or just on something else, and you agree not to share it. I don't want to see it on social media. Hey, look, I got this audio, like it's for you, then I'll send it to you. So I created context. Now that helps it be valuable for someone else in their eyes. And Jamie went, if you're going to share it like that, I give you my permission. I created so many clients out of this because now I'm giving something to someone valuable. I'm creating context for it. People go, yeah, I want to listen to it. Now, did this mean every person I sent it to turned into a client? No. Let's say I sent it to 10 people. Even creating that context, 5 people probably didn't listen to it. Oh, I didn't get around to it, whatever, blah, blah. That's great. They're not going to be a good client. If they can't even do that, they're going to be a nightmare person to coach. So, all right, that's fine. I've not lost anything. It's taken me a couple of minutes per person. Now, 5 of them listen to it. Of the 5, 3 of them get back to me. Because I'll say, let me know what your insights were. And I don't chase them for it. Hey, did you listen to the thing? I don't want to be just an annoying person asking them. I'm giving them a gift. So 3 of them come back. Of the 3, 2 of them go, it was great. 1 of them go, I don't understand it. Okay, all 3 of them, I say, hey, would you like to have a conversation? So it was great. Would you like to go and have a conversation to go deeper with it? I didn't like it, hey, or I didn't understand it, would you like to have a conversation about maybe unpacking some of that, going beyond the audio? So now I get 3 people on a call and 1 or 2 of them turn into clients. It's quite straightforward. So now 10 people have got it. Every 10 people I send it to appropriately with context, I'll get 1 or 2 clients out of it. It's very, very simple. You can start using stuff like this. It's from a place of giving. I have a client who's not in this school, and he's a coach, and he did some work for a very, very large multinational organization last year as a pilot. So he goes into this company, he does a pilot, they love the pilot, so then he goes and puts in a proposal for 130 grand. Big proposal, right? 1 client. And guess what happens? Reorg, right? Hey, we love the work you did. Thank you for the proposal, but right now we're in the middle of reorganizing our thing. The key contacts that got him into the organization, they've got new jobs. The people that were on the pilot program, they're now scattered all over the place. So he comes into a coaching session with me and he says, hey, what do I do with this? Because last time I spoke to HR, they said, look, we're busy, we'll get back to you in the new year. It's now March. I don't want to be this annoying person going, hey, have you had a look at the proposal? And I don't want this to, just drop off the face of the earth. So I said, here's an idea. This isn't the right thing to do. Here's an idea. If you don't want to be annoying, like take, give. Give. And I said, he's being coached by me. It doesn't have to be this. This is what I suggested to him. You could do this with 1 million different pieces of content or books or whatever. But I said, you're being coached by me. You've read my book. You like my book? Yeah, I love your book. Okay. That book has been really well received by people in corporate. So you've still got the contacts in this organization. Yeah, I've still got the contacts. Here's an idea. Get a copy of my book. Go into the book. Write a personalized message. Hey, David, I loved the work that we did last year. I loved how you showed up. Give a genuine acknowledgement. I want you to know something. Since I've done the pilot program last year, I've continued my own growth and development. And on the journey, I read this book. I've also just recently hired the author. And I wanted to share this with you to keep your growth going. And this is a gift from me. And I promise. And now, have people heard me say this? If you make a request, make a promise. It makes your request stronger. So I promise you, if you read this book slowly and mindfully and answer the questions at the end of each chapter, you will get insights. You'll get ahas. And I would love to hear what they are. All the best, hope everything's going well, right? And send the book. So he goes, so I just send this book to my main contact. I go, well, that's a good start. I go, guess who else you could send it to? And he goes, oh, I could send it to the HR lady that I'm dealing with. I go, yeah. Guess who else you could send it to? And he was like, who? And I went, every single person that's in your pilot program. And you don't have to, but in terms of I don't know who to talk to, you've got potentially, I think there was 30 or 40 people on the pilot program. I go, you've got potentially 30 or 40 contacts in this organization that you can serve and you can give and come from a place of giving. Now, if you do that, and I didn't even need to finish my sentence, he was like he got 2 things. 1, oh my God, that makes so much sense. It feels good. I don't feel icky trying to take something. That would absolutely make it more likely that they'd come back and create something. And it could be in a different part of the organization. Rather than seeing it's negative, like, oh, I had this group here and now it's been reorged and all over. Now, great. Now you've got contacts all over the place. Secondly, guess what else he saw? I got 5 other clients I could do this with, or potential clients. For the price of a few pounds of a book, you go and do this. Even if he spends £1,000 on books, which he won't need to, but let's say he spends £1,000 and let's say he spends another £1,000 on postage. A lot of coaches won't do this. Well, why? That's a lot of money. Do you think if he spends £2,000, what's the return on that likely to be? Pretty high if one contract he's making proposals for 130K. Now, guess what? When you do this with a video, what's the cost? 0. So you don't need to do it with a book. If you're in a position, well, I don't have that kind of budget, I'm just starting out, do it with a video, do it with an audio. Cost is 0. but make sure you create context.